who worked, who worked along with me over the past about a week to make sure that this show is put up properly. A big salute to all those unseen and unheard, but not unsung heroes of my club. Well, how many of you have played badminton in your school in a court? Yeah, I can see a couple of hands. I was not as lucky. The first time that I played badminton in a court was when I had joined the Indian Air Force. And by the time I reached my first unit, I was one of the best players. I had an excellent placing and footwork. I could beat anybody in that camp. It was though a very small camp. People used to compare me with Syed Modi and Prakash Padukone. And I was basking in this local glory until I went and participated in a contest. And it is in that contest that I came to know that there are ways to improve your backhand. There are exercises to calm you down before the onset of a game. And there are ways to strategize as to how to play against each opponent. Okay, where does the story finishes? I know some of you must be expecting that I will say that I went to the nationals and then got an Olympic medal. No, the story ends here. But think of it, even public speaking is like this. When I speak in my club, people say I'm great. I get appreciated, I get applauded, I get respected. But until I go to a contest, I really don't realize that the world is a larger canvas. In fact, when you come to a contest, it is here that we realize that there are different hues and colors to public speaking itself. To that end, I'm very envious of all those participants who have garnered and exhibited the courage to come and participate in this contest. I'm indeed jealous of you. I wish you all the best. I hope you all take some learnings, win or lose. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters guests, today this contest will be conducted by an IT professional. Now he is our IT go-to guy in Travancore Toastmasters. We call him the one-stop shop. A very somber person in looks, but saw within. A perfect example that looks could be deceptive. A man who shaves his head more often than I shave my face. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is working as a management consultant in Nielsen Visual IQ, which is a company that deals with market intelligence. So with that intelligent person, we will definitely be having a very, very analytically controlled, precise contest today. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the contest master of the day, Toastmaster Baiju. Over to you, Toastmaster Baiju.
Thank you, Contest Chair Sanjay Rajagopal, for that wonderful, warm introduction. Thank you very much. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, you know, as children, parents told us stories of frogs becoming prince and the princess falling in love. And at school, teachers told a story of kings and queens who ruled countries. And we celebrate some of them. Why? Because we love them. And at college, we tell stories to our parents and teachers. Why? You heard that from our president, for bunking classes. Why? To meet our loved ones. Today, we are going to hear more stories like this, hopefully much more interesting. And you know, there are 9 teams vying for the place of the best storyteller for today. Speech contests are an important part of the Toastmasters education program. They provide an opportunity for Toastmasters to gain speaking experience as well as an opportunity for other Toastmasters to learn by observing proficient speakers. I will read out the rules of the contest in brief. To be eligible to participate, one must be a paid member of a club in good standing. For this contest, I declare all are eligible to participate. The contesting team must create their own presentation. Teams must not refer to another team's presentation. Speech timing is 7 to 9 minutes. Teams who speak for less than 7 minutes or more than 9 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timing will begin with the team's first definitive verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. We have 2 timers today. In case timer 1 gets disconnected during the speech, timer 2 will take care of the signaling. Timer 1 for today is Toastmaster Bharat, and timer 2 for today is Toastmaster Aditya. I request timer 1 to demonstrate the color screens as I call them out. Zoom Master, can we pin the timer? From the beginning of the speech till the green card is displayed, the timer would display a blue background as seen on your screen. The green color background will be displayed at 7 minutes and will remain displayed for 1 whole minute. The yellow color background will be displayed for 8 minutes and will remain displayed for 1 whole minute. And the red color background will be displayed at 9 minutes and will remain displayed till the contestant concludes the speech. Timer will mute the participant once the allowed time limit of 9 minutes 30 seconds is crossed. In order to avoid connectivity issues, it is suggested that all contestants enter from 2 devices with 2 different internet sources. In case the contestant gets disconnected during his or her speech, the contest will be paused and the timer will note down the time when the contestant got disconnected. The contestant will be allowed to reconnect within 1 minute. AV checks will be done once again by the contest master. The timer will start the time again once you start the speech. The contestant will be allowed 30 seconds extra time before being disqualified. Once 1 minute has elapsed, in case the speaker is not able to reconnect, the contest master will indicate to proceed with the next participant within the team. There will be 1 minute of silence after each team, during which the judges will make their ballots. There will be an additional 1 minute of silence for verifying the audio and video connectivity for the next team. There will be 2 minutes of silence after the last contestants for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. The meeting room will be closed and no one will be allowed to enter while the team is performing. In case you drop out for some reason and rejoin, you'll be allowed to join the meeting room only during the 1 minute silence. Prior to announcing results, Chief Judge will announce if time disqualifications occurred, but not the name of the participating team. Protests are limited to eligibility and the reference to another team's speech and must be lodged by the voting judges, the team, to the Chief Judge or Contest Master prior to the announcement of the winners. As a standard practice, the entire contest will be recorded by the contest management team. No other participants in the meeting will be given the rights to record the speeches. The Chief Judge for today's contest is DTM CS Nainan. Let's give him a big round of applause. After the AV check is done, each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: team number, the club name, title, and the club name. All 3 participants and the timer will be spotlighted. We request all the participants to rename themselves as the following: the speaking order _ club name _ participant. This will help the Zoom master to spotlight them. The speaking order was determined by lots and given to the Chief Judge and contest officials. The order is as follows. If somebody wants to note it down, you may please note this down. Team number 1, Kerala Toastmasters. Team number 2, Republic of Toastmasters. Team number 3, TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club, Kochi. Team number 4, HE Toastmasters. Team number 5, Kochi Toastmasters Club. Team number 6, Infosys Toastmasters Bangalore. Team number 7, Wipro Kochi Toastmasters Club. Team number 8, Toastmasters Club of Thrissur. Team number 9, Roshni Toastmasters Club. I'll quickly read out the order once more. Team number 1, Kerala Toastmasters. Team number 2, Republic of Toastmasters. Team number 3, TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club, Kochi. Team number 4, HE Toastmasters. Team number 5, Kochi Toastmasters Club. Team number 6, Infosys Toastmasters Bangalore. Team number 7, Wipro Kochi Toastmasters Club. Team number 8, Toastmasters Club of Thrissur. Team number 9, Roshni Toastmasters Club. Are the timers ready?
Yes, timer 1 ready.
Great.
Ready.
Okay. Is the chief judge ready?
Contest master, before proceeding, I would like to know whether team number 4, that is HE Toastmasters, joined. Yeah, I think now they just joined. Okay. Then are you muted all the participants so that they will not be able to unmute themselves? That should be done. Second one is screen sharing should be stopped. Nobody should be able to share the screens. These two should be done before starting the contest.
Both
Yes.
have been done.
Okay, you can proceed now. Any doubts from the contestants or anything that you can clarify now? After that, you can proceed.
I'll wait for questions if there are any. I think we have. I'm just going to unmute one for a minute. Okay, everybody can unmute themselves in case they have to speak in it. Okay. I'm going to start. Zoom Master, can we spotlight the first 3 participants from Kerala Toastmasters?
You can spotlight timer 1 also.
Timer 1 also, yes.
Yeah.
As an audio check, I'm just going to say a sentence. The 3 of you can just say that. I'm delighted to be part of this contest. Can all of you say this one by one?
I'm delighted to be part of the contest.
Zoom Master, you need to unmute Alicia and Linda Joy.
I'm delighted to be a part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be a part of this contest.
Great. Team number 1, Kerala Toastmasters. Here you go, my mom's pakoda. Here you go, my mom's pakoda. Kerala Toastmasters.
It was almost 10 minutes since I've been waiting outside Lakshmi's house. She had kept me waiting as usual. As I sat on my cycle, styling my hair, looking at the glass window of the car parked outside, suddenly I realized that I forgot my ID card. My house was a few blocks away, so I sped reached home, took the ID card from the sofa, and the name on it, Mohan Kumar, had started fading. I reached back to her place and I found her waiting with her hands on her hips. Her eyes accused me for being late. But then both of us knew that we didn't have time to argue. So she quickly hopped in the front and we rushed to school. I got so used to the smell of the coconut oil from her neatly combed hair that this smell always brought panic and hurry in my mind, even after so many years. Both our mothers had met before we met because they both went to the same stitching class. And by the way, they did more of talking than stitching. I met Lakshmi during her first visit to our home with her mom. And she was an outspoken girl. So my reserved character did not actually affect our progressive friendship. The only time we were away was during the classes. And recess time was a chaos because of Rakesh and Soumya. Most of our recess time, we would sit on the stairs towards the library where Lakshmi would open her tiffin box and would shove pakodas into my mouth as if it was her birthright. And she never forgot to mention this slogan, "Here you go, my mom's pakoda."
She's not able to unmute.
College days followed. Nothing much changed between us, but my cycle changed into a scooter and now she sat behind. And I could no longer smell her coconut oil, but her mother's pakodas remained the same. Like any other college students, we did everything except study. Our degree certificates were just a laminated sheet of quality paper, which we got by chance. After getting jobs in different cities, marriage pressure kicked in, and Lakshmi had to submit to it. She got married to a handsome Mr. Roshan. They and Mr. Roshan, and she had even mentioned my name even on the day they met for the first time. With the passing of time, we all ended up in Bangalore. We couldn't meet up frequently because of the mismatch in our schedules. Well, my bachelor life could hardly be called a schedule. And one day, while we were sitting in a cafe, Roshan nudged Lakshmi and said, "Why don't we get him hooked up with a good girl? It's about time, don't you think so?" Lakshmi looked at me with her eyes full of determination. And guess what? Even before I knew it, Renuga stepped into my life. And since then, it has all been couple life. Coupled movie nights, coupled dining, coupled drinking, and yes, home visits. One Sunday, Roshan and Lakshmi were visiting our place. Lakshmi, holding out a packet, told me, "Guess what? My mom has landed. And here you go, my mom's pakoras." Well, I gave her an awkward smile, and she didn't seem to notice it much.
As retirement,
Family life was family life was an adventure with little ones joining us, and my son Varun was quite close to Lakshmi. He was totally impressed with her stories and, of course, the chocolates she brought him. But Lakshmi and Roshan had a little differences in their lives, as married couples usually do. But theirs ended up in a very separate life. And Lakshmi single-handedly brought up uh, her daughter to be an individual and strong woman.
as retirement age was nearing, I started writing a book, which was my long pending dream. I found it really hard to get myself to sit and to write. One fine day, as I sat down to write, my phone beeped. It was a message from Lakshmi. "My mom passed away. No more pakodas for you." She never let go humor, even at times of sorrow. Or maybe she used it to cover her emotions. I really never knew. I kept in touch with her quite often so that she does not feel lonely at any point of time. My book was a success, and I owe it partly to her because she used to help me get back to writing whenever I got symptoms of writer's block. At the book launch, we had a surprise guest, happily married Rakesh and Saumya. Well, some of us did venture friendship into the mystical land of love after all. There were times when we did not keep in touch with each other for months in row, in fact, but a quick phone call would bridge the gap, no doubt. Meetings were rare, but myself and Renuka would mention about Lakshmi every other day. We slowly got acquainted with the new trends of technology, internet, social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. My son Varun helped me with the same, but he used to get angry at times. One day he mentioned, Acha, Lakshmi Auntie is conducting a webinar for women entrepreneurs. I replied, wonderful, my boy. WhatsApp me the address. I'll be there. It was, in fact, my attempt to show the adaptability to the new Gizmo world. My boy replied, Acha, it is a Zoom meeting. You need not go anywhere. I ignored him to cover up my shame. I followed Lakshmi, in fact, in all possible platforms, and was happy to know my friend was creating a positive impact on the society. I kept sharing her posters, flyers, webinars about and sessions to everyone I knew and took the credit of it being an act of great friendship. At times, I really doubted, is social media connecting or distancing lives?
After a tiring long day, I dozed off quite early. But then I got a phone call towards the middle of the night. It was Lakshmi's daughter. She spoke to me in a trembling voice. Uncle, Mom passed away. I could not utter a word, and I sat on the bed. Renuka got up and inquired, and once she came to know the news, she placed a hand on my shoulder as an act of consoling me. And then when I turned, it was Varun's hand on my shoulder, asking me to join the rituals. We were at Lakshmi's funeral. I stood there even after everyone left, and with a heavy heart and lump in my throat, I whispered, Lakshmi, I never got a chance to tell you this, but your mom's pakoras, they tasted really awful. I never really liked them. And then I burst into tears. Tring! The phone rang. Lakshmi got up, startled. Oh, was this all a dream? It is still dark outside. And then she picked the call. It was Varun on the other end. He said, Lakshmi auntie, dad passed away. Lakshmi sat numb with shock and grief. The following morning, Lakshmi attended Mohan's funeral. And after the rituals were done, she stayed there and she placed a note at the site and left. It was a windy day and the note tumbled and opened up. And it read like this. Those pakoras, Mohan, I didn't like them either. Over to you, contest master.
One minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Okay, let's get ahead. Team number 2, can you please all of you repeat the statement just to check your audio? I'm delighted to be part of this contest. Can all the contestants be unmuted, Zoom Master?
I'm delighted to be a part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be a part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be the part of this contest.
Thank you, participants. So this is team number 2, Republic of Toastmasters. Title of the story, The 99 Club. The 99 Club, Republic of Toastmasters.
I am the best and the favorite of my mother. You know what? Dad loves me the most because he gets me into toys. Oh, wait. I think I'm the most favorite in the house because I feel both mom and dad give me so much joy and love. Good morning, Toastmasters. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. So these two are the most annoying siblings I've ever had. We have a fight for a little shirt, a little dish, a little chocolate, a little toy, no matter what. And you know what my parents decided to do? They decided to take us to our grandparents' house and leave us there for some time because they would not able to take this anymore. One fine day on a breezy, nice morning, they told us, wake up, we have something for you. We all got so excited. We went to them and we got dressed up really fast. And they told us, come with me. And they took us to our grandparents' house. As soon as we entered our grandparents' house, we were overwhelmed with joy because we could not imagine the next few weeks. We were sure we're going to have beautiful, amazing, delicious snacks. We're going to have TV to watch, and we're going to get to listen to so many stories from our grandparents. And one fine day, my grandmother came to all of us and told us, get ready really soon. I have something for you. She picked all the three of us and took us to a hall and told us, sit down today. I have something to tell you. We all were really excited, holding some snacks in our hand. And she told us, long, long ago, there lived a king in a small village. But this village had so many different things. It had beautiful trees. It had such a beautiful weather. And this king had nothing less. He had gold, he had a beautiful, gorgeous wife, 2 kids, and he had something what we always wanted to have. He had these ministers who were amazing, who respected him and trusted him no matter what. And having all of these things, one fine day, the king was walking in his palace.
As the king was walking in his palace, he came across his 2 sons bickering and fighting fiercely to decide who will be the next king after their father. The king just looked at them, sighed, and moved on. Walking a little more ahead, he found his wife. His wife looked very sad and unhappy. So the king asked his wife, honey, why are you so sad? Why are you unhappy? Is something bothering you? The wife replied, we have everything that we could ever dream of. So much of wealth, name, status. But despite all of this, I cannot even leave and enter the palace as per my wishes. I am pressurized to follow each and every traditions and customs of the royal family. I have no freedom. It's as if my life is not my own. The king again just looks at her, doesn't know what to tell her, and moves on walking ahead. Walking a little ahead, he finds his minister looking across the gardens. So he approaches his minister and he asks him to take a walk with him in the gardens. The minister agrees. And so the king and the minister take a walk in the gardens, and suddenly the king notices a farmer and his family. This family looked so radiant, so happy and bundled with joy. They were so warm, nice, and they loved each other. The king looked at them and looked at his minister and asked him, "Why are these people so happy? I have so much of wealth in my kingdom. I have everything that a man could dream of, and yet I am not as happy as they are. Why?" The minister responds, "Sir, that is because they are a part of the 99 Club." So the king asks the minister, "What is this 99 Club?" So the minister says, "Give me a bag of 99 gold coins and I will tell you." The king obliges and gives him a gold bag of 99 coins. So the minister takes it and tells, "I will not give you an answer today. I will give you an answer after 6 months." The king agreed, and the minister took the bag of gold coins and dropped it in front of the farmer's house.
Ah, it's morning already. Let me get started with the work before it's too late. Oh, what's that bag near the door? Looks suspicious. Let me check it out. What could this be? Oh my God! These are the gold coins! God, have you been listening to all my prayers? My dear son, my dear wife, come here, look at these. These are the gold coins. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. My dear wife, I think I miscounted them. Could you please count them for me? Agreed the wife. Yes, honey, I will. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. The king and the wife got suspicious. Who is that idiot who put only 99 coins instead of 100? They called his son. Son, please count this. 99. Dad, you were right. These are only 99 coins. The farmer said, "No one must be gonna work hard and get that one gold coin and make these coins 100. And he worked hard and hard for months together. Meanwhile, the wife thought, "My husband is a nutcase. We have 99 coins. Why can't I spend them?" So she took 2 coins and went for shopping. Meanwhile, the farmer came and he started counting. The 95 coins had become 93 coins. He asked the wife, "Where are all the coins?" She said, "I went for shopping." "What is wrong with you?" yelled the farmer. The next day, the farmer came again and he counted the coins. Now it had become 90 coins. He called his son and wife and yelled at them, "Where are the coins?" This time, the son had spent it. The farmer got angry and very furious. He shut the door and walked out of his house.
That night, he walked out of the house with that much rage in his head. But you know what? There was the other world watching them out there. That day, the next morning, the king and the minister walked through the same yard. You know what they saw this time? Nothing was similar. Nothing was joyous. Nothing was beautiful. Nothing was blooming anymore. This time, things were not the same. Things were dull. Things were different. And king asked the minister, "What happened to them? They had something I wanted to be, but what is really wrong with them?" That time the minister replied, "This is now a part of the 99 Club. The 99 Club is a club where all the people who are leaving that one place where they can't find what they have, but go every other place to all the other 99 things we have around." That's the day the king realized this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to tell you what the king realized. And that is, we have So many things to be happy about. So many little things, but we are still running behind that one bigger thing. We have 99 ways to be happy, but still we want to fight for that one bigger reason to be happy and joyous. Now, I want you all to sit behind, think those little things which are around you, and tell yourself, are you happy about it? Or are you still waiting for that one reason to be happy? This story has taught me. Hello?
Team, I think it's your time up. One minute of silence for the judges to cast the ballot. Team 3, please repeat the statement one by one. I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be a part of this contest.
Thank you. The third team, TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club Kochi. TOT, Tale of Truth. TOT, Tale of Truth. TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club Kochi.
Once upon a time, there lived a young lady full of dreams and hopes of a career, and she was named Gauriamma. And she was married to a successful man, popular as Mohanlal. Both were living happily in each other's arms, and soon they were blessed with a beautiful son, which took their happiness to cloud 9, and it seemed like life couldn't get any better. But their loving and peaceful life took a turn for the worse when her husband succumbed to a fatal disease and left them alone in this big and cruel world. However, our Gauri was not a timid lady. She took it upon herself to challenge the whole world, and she raised her kid with pride and fulfilled all of his wishes. Her life revolved around her son, and her son, Kuttu, sweet as sugar, adored her like a god. He would share everything with his mother, take care of her in his own little ways, and treat her like his best friend.
Hi, Amma. See what I have got.
Kuttu, come here. Show me what it is.
I got first prize in storytelling competition, Amma.
Wow, Kuttu. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Ma. What happened? Huh?
Nothing good to, just an headache.
Which tablet, Ma? You want to? Yeah, Ma. Take this.
Okay, thank you, Guttu.
Sleep well, Ma. Get well soon. Sleep well.
Their days were full of fun and laughter, spending time with each other, taking care of each other, and giving each other joy. And our sweet little Kuttu was now grown up and has reached college.
Hey, Mom. Can I go to that party? Today we have a get together at college. Thank you, Mom. We'll have fun afterwards, okay? I will share you the new news and I will also tell you how many friends I have got. Thank you, Ma. Love you. Bye.
Guttu is not taking his call. Well, Guttu is a very busy person. He got a job in an MNC company. He's in New York right now. I'm so happy for him. Do you know he visits many countries for his conferences? He's very good in speaking. I still remember he coming towards me with his storytelling competition award. He always tells me he asked me to come with him to the New York. But what will I do? I am here, I'm a nurse, and hospital is my second home. And I can't really miss this house. The memories of my husbands are here. I still remember my son playing around. I used to tell him, this is your house, not a playground. I really miss him, that maybe he could call me and tell how he is now. I still remember earlier he used to call me and tell how his each day went. And I really loved how he's growing up so fast and he was very smart. Saying about smartphone, I remember my son has bought me a smartphone. Well, he don't call me, but I have a Facebook installed. I always go through his photos. He seems very happy. And do you know, there is a girl with him, very beautiful, quite modern, but she's good. He's happy, and I am happy to look at him. Well, I'm waiting when he'll call me so I can go with him and visit her. But I don't want to stay there because he said me he has all the servants to do the work. But I like to wash my own clothes. There is no temple also, and I like to visit the temples and all. Oh, let me call my son, otherwise we keep talking before he gets another conference call.
Our little Kutu is no longer a young kid. He has grown up. He has grown up, passed off the college, and chased his dream to be a businessman. He is living now in United States. He is going here and there, every day multiplying his business world. One day morning at New York, next day morning at London. He is a champ now. The only one thing he complains now is about his mother.
Yes, ma'am. Why are you calling me at this hour? And stop calling me Kuttu. I've grown up now. And why do you still live in that poor village? Come with me. I have such a grand house. I have good neighbors. I have a good car. And I have a great girlfriend. I have a business meeting coming up. And after that, I will come to that poor village and I will take you from there. Bye.
Kutu, do you have lunch?
Kutu is not at all. His days and nights are passing away with just fun. Gitika, Ritika, Madonna, all those young girlfriends that he has. The friends to just party, watty all day and night. He enjoys his life. He has a lot of money. Now he's on to his visit to the next business trip. Then 1 month went on. He completed his business trip. All of a sudden, everything changed. The business trip was a failure, and all his business world has now collapsed. Adding to his bruise in his wound, there is one more shocking news. He had been diagnosed with a new disease called corona. Not
Oh my God, I had such a waste of a trip. So much loss. Those idiot Chinese people don't understand a thing. They don't know how to run a business. And because of them, I suffered such a huge loss. Let's call my friends to see if somebody can help me. Hello, bro, do you have some time? Hello, please help me. I suffered just a huge loss. Bro, are you there? My health is falling. Please help me. It seems I have to go to hospital now. I just hope that I can cover my medical expenses.
was left with no money, no friends. He tried every friends, everyone he knew, his girlfriends, all those relationships that he believed is for him. He tried and got rejected. Slowly, in the isolation ward, where he faced the life and death, he realized there is no one for him. He has only those relationships which were meant only for his money. He sat suddenly there in the bed. Then he felt a small, gentle touch on his hand. He couldn't see the face, but he could realize that the person was covered with a plastic like cloth, and he heard a familiar voice.
Kuttu, I'm always there for you, son.
Thank you.
One minute of silence for the judges. Thank you, timer. Can we have the spotlight on all the three participants from Kichi? Can all three of you please repeat the statement? I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be the part of this contest.
Delighted to be part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
Thank you,
Am I
participants.
audible?
Yes, you are audible. All three of you are audible. Team number 4, HE Toastmasters. Feast in the East. Feast in the East, HE Toastmasters.
If you want to make a friend, go to someone's house and eat with them. They say the people who give their food give you their heart too. Conditions apply. Contest chair and my fellow Toastmasters. Few years ago, my friend Vikas had invited me and Mitali over lunch. After an hour long of just getting the smell of the food, we were finally served with thin crust of pizzas with spices, creamy pastas with chaat masala, and the mocktails. Yes, if anyone guessed that, it was a continental food with an Indian twist. So after a hearty meal, when we were on our way back home on the scooter, suddenly a dog jumped across. We lost our balance and boom, there we fell. All the wonderful delicacies, the margherita pizza, the spaghetti diluted in the mocktails fell out of my stomach. We were shocked. We didn't know what to do. At that instant, a snake passed by. Mitali, the witty character she is, immediately caught off of the snake and wrapped it around my stomach after stuffing the food back. And this, my dear friend, was witnessed by a man who was standing on his balcony and laughing out loudly. Ha, ha, ha. I saw that man once angrily shouted and cursed at him, "You will not be seen once in fortnight." And yes, now you know, my friends, why Mr. Chandran in the sky disappears once in fortnight. And there rangs my alarm, accompanied by the voice of my friend Vitali.
Ranjita, wake up, wake up. What are you doing with my new stockings? Why are you tying my new stockings around your stomach? Don't you know they are meant to be worn? What are you dreaming of? Yesterday, all night, you were murmuring about the food. Don't you remember? Today, we have invitation in Vika's house for lunch. We both were fond of food. We used to go on every weekend to explore new cuisines and different places rather than exploring our own kitchens. Although we had decorated our kitchen with new appliances and also decorated with spices, colorful spices and attractive spices, but hardly gave it a chance to be utilized or crushed. I remember one day when we were on a regular hunt for food, we came across a small eatery. There we saw an old lady, somewhere around her 80s, who was crushing some onions, tamarind, coconut, and red chilies, dry red chilies, and making the chutney. Barely watching her grinding the chutney, our mouth started watering. Beside her was a son who was checking the rice in the pot. So we asked her, "Are you not afraid of crushing and mixing this red chilies with your hands?" She laughed, pouring her heart out, and said, "Such is an important part of our body, which measures whether the fish is fresh, whether the fruits are ripe, and this process creates a deep connection and regenerates our body." She said, "Through the thumb comes space, through the forefinger, air, through the middle finger, fire, through the ring finger, water, and through the little finger, earth. So when we eat with our hands, it creates energy from these elements. And in this greater dimension, eating becomes a mental, emotional, and spiritual act of nourishment to our body." She reminded us the east part of our house is the best place to have a feast, which nourishes our soul. So utilize it. Just then, we decided to have a feast in our east. Our friend Vikas called.
I lived in Mumbai, but the reason that connected me to Kochi is the food. I never understood that cooking is also an art and science. One day, I asked my wife, to make some dishes for lunches. My friends, Ranjita and Mithali arrived. We were chatting and I started boasting of my work, how oil and gas industries work, how much risk we are taking while working in oil and gas industry. At the same time, suddenly, all the three ladies, including my wife, pounced on me, saying, if dealing with oil and gas high temperature was difficult task, so is cooking. I was shocked, not because of my wife, but my friends whose knowledge with kitchen is limited to make instant Maggi noodles. But as they say, feminism knows no boundaries. Whenever they find they are slip under the carpet, they're ready to punch and back with a bang moment. Here it was hashtag V3 moment. Later, my wife called me to the kitchen and she showed me the gas and she took me a kadai and put some oil and gave me a puppet. And she said, you handle oil, you handle gas, now you fry this puppet for me. My hand started trembling. Looking at the hot oil in the kadai, I started sweating. But my ego, no, I won't allow bow down. After all, I am an engineer. How I can fail this small project? I immediately took the puppet from her and threw it into kadai. Before I could see it fry, my hands got fried. Amma! I screamed. But the kitchen was covered dark soot. So was my face. Before my wife could say anything, I folded my hands and said, I can't handle oil and gas in the kitchen, let alone making food.
Two ordinary incidents, but taught us extraordinary lessons of life. While shopping for our favorite food or groceries, my dear friends, don't we make sure of having our eyes on the expiry of the food, the freshness of the greens, and above all, the calorie counts? Then why don't we think twice while we hunt for food outside? The grandmother in the eatery taught us one important lesson that day. She made us realize that the food cooked with your own hands in your own space makes your day. It can relish your souls, again with the science hidden behind it. And one more important lesson, what Vika's wife taught us that day, was cooking food was not a child's play or an adult's joy. It takes efforts, pain, and above all, it is mixed with love of your loved ones. My dear friends, not everyone has the luxury to eat good food. Food is not just a fuel, but it is for our community, it is about our identity. We nourish those things only when we eat well. Over to you.
1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Thank you, timer. Can we have all the participants unmuted? All the three of you, please repeat the statement. I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be a part of this contest. I'm delighted to be a part of this contest.
Thank you, participants. Team number 5, Kochi Toastmasters Club. Demons in Life. Demons in Life, Kochi Toastmasters Club.
Some stories have the power to influence and transform you for good. It may change even the perception about certain matters and can even evolve your view of life. Contest master, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Those were the days when we haven't even heard of mobile phones. And our favorite time pass spot was the nearby government LP school ground. We, a group of 7, was always together, even in all the mischiefs. Every evening, we used to gather in the school ground for play. One particular day, after a tiring game session, we were just resting by the mango tree. All of a sudden, Anish, the gossip man, he just stood up and said, "Haven't you all heard what happened to our Manoj's cousin Meenu? Oh, she died." And they said, "A demon called her." We were all transfixed. What? A demon? How? When? 6 pairs of curious eyes looked at him. He said, "You remember that temple near the pond and the small forest, that garden? There is a demon living in it. If you go there alone at night and hear someone calling out your name, do not look back. You will be dead in no time." They said, Meenu looked back and found her dead body the next day from the forest. I was scared because it is through that road near that temple and the forest I have to go for tuition. And from that day onwards, I started taking a torch and rosary with me.
One day, on the way back, when he reached the place, he heard a peculiar sound. Ooh! He was scared to death. All of a sudden, his torch went off. He felt like someone is there behind. Without wasting a moment, he ran with his life in his hands. When he reached home, he was all drenched in sweat and as pale as a ghost. He saw his mother. In great relief, he went and hugged her. What happened? He was worried by the looks of his face. A horrified him explained everything in detail. Unexpectedly, his father spoke. Do you know what happened with me once upon a time when I was back in a late night from the paddy field? He was like, what? I am already scared. Why are you terrifying with me another story? In those days, agriculture was not as mechanized as it is now. The harvesting was done physically, and the bundle of paddy reaped will be tied into bundle and will be kept on the bund to be yielded later. It was a month-long process. So farmers used to spend most of their time there for the safety and security reasons. His father started his story.
It was during the harvest time last year, and that too midnight. I was coming home from the field. I was really tired and was just paddling the canoe through the river. Suddenly, I saw a small fire in the middle of the river. With fear, I was not able to move, but the fire started coming towards me. I was not able to move my fingers. My God, what am I going to do? It turned out to be a hand, black hand, with a lamp. My tongue was tied. I lost my word. A scream suddenly lost somewhere inside my throat. My end is near. It materialized to be a man holding a fire. Yes, I knew it's a demon. He is coming towards me. He's going to take me. I closed my eyes and waited for the obvious to happen. Kunja, endada nee ivide? Why are you here at this time? I slowly opened my eyes and see half-cracked Kumaran in the water, holding the canoe in one hand and lamb in the other. Well, Kumaran was a local. He used to take blocks of mud from the river to fill the land. He's nuts. And every conversation of his starts just like Sagala Guru Varambara Brahma Varam Guruladi Shakti Arul Jaidu. How are you, dear? So, what he was doing? He was praying at the night inside in the water. And someone told him that if you pray at the midnight in the water, you'll be getting a long life. But unfortunately, he died very next month.
My father continued. Like what happened with Kumaran? Behind everything, there will be a logic reason. And when we understand it out, our fear will make to confidence and courage. He said, you don't have to fear, you don't have to worry about the demon and it calling you out for your need. The forest near the temple was in fact the roaming place for the local goons and outcasts. They might have done something bad to Meenu. You found her dead the very next day. Instead of believing the rumors, what you young people have to do is to do something to prevent the ill happening like this. We need to be cautious.
Dear Toastmasters, we human beings tend to fear what we don't understand. When we have a logical reason behind it, fear cannot stand between our aims and our goals in our life. So, fear not and thrive forward. All the best and thank you so much. Over to you, Contest Master.
1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Yes, sir. Do until you said. Okay. When you said we'll cut. Okay. Now you are entering in a home and then you're sitting. I'm getting
Timer. Team number 6, can you please repeat the statement for checking your audio? I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be part of this contest. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Gaurav.
I'm delighted to be a part of this contest. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest. Am I audible?
Yes. Thank you, team. Team number 6, Infosys Toastmasters, Bangalore. It's a funny little thing called love. A funny little thing called love. Infosys Toastmasters, Bangalore.
God, love, a mix of emotions, affection, warmth, and sometimes it is even heartbreaking. Is love that just happens to us, or should we go for it? What about falling in love with a Toastmaster? Complex? Love is complex. Wait a minute. The moment I utter the word complex, the only person who crosses my mind is my mentee, Gaurav, who just complicates everything.
See, there is only one relationship which never works for me. It is long distance, and I absolutely hate it. I was coming out of one nasty breakup, like how people come out of the traffic jam during monsoons. A new a new girl arrived. That was a memorable day when Namita first time came to attend the Toastmaster meeting of our club. Even without the instructions of Sergeant at Arms, my phone went on silent along with me. I was speechless. Her smile was more powerful than a PO address, as she was in that red dress. Her beauty blew me over like the first demo meeting. But before I could chat with her, everyone started chatting her to welcome her. Sergeant at Arms, presiding officer, TMOD, and even the first prepared speaker also spoke only about her as if he had prepared his speech on her. But I was waiting to hear her voice. Never had I ever loved my role of listening master so much. That day, I found the speech sweet objective of my life, which was to propose Namita.
This complicated mentee of mine. Before I could give him the tips on an icebreaker speech, he asked me to give the tips on ice to icebreaker. I'm not a love guru, but how could I deny my mentee? So I decided to help him.
You have no right to look so beautiful. Someone mentioned this in the comment in the feedback form. I'm not used to so much I'm not used to so much attention. But Gaurav? Who is this Gaurav? Is it the name of the club? A person? Building maybe? Gaurav Plaza.
Yes, Gaurav was building castles in the air. I told him the best way to propose Namita is to join as associate VP8, as she was taking a role of VP8. During the oath in installation ceremony, they could have taken an oath of love together. But installation ceremony got over and there is no progress in Gaurav's love.
I thought, being an associate, I can associate with her nicely. Even during the installation, area director said about love, which inspired me a lot. Love is an emotional force rooted in the sentiments, something like that. Or maybe he did not, or maybe he said. Anyways, today was the right time. Let me ask her out for a coffee in a cafe. Hi, Namita.
Oh, hi, Gaurav. Hi.
Today evening, can I reserve
a speech slot? Oh, I'm so sorry. It just got booked. But why don't you try the R counter? I think that'll help you with your pauses.
As time progressed, Gaurav's frustration for his love story also increased.
Gunishila, my mentor, I'm unable to build the connect with Namita, right? How do I take conversation to the next level, right?
Mentee, Currently, your body language, eye contact, voice modulation are all your improvement areas.
Look, I'm crazy about her, right? Her name has been the word of every day for me, right?
But you're using too much CRPF, right?
Right.
Shh, listen, Namita's about to say something important.
Attention, budding Toastmasters. The nomination for Toast Your Tales contest is now open. And guess what? I am going to be your contest chair. So please do reserve your speech slots as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to your participation.
Hi, Namita.
Oh, hi Gaurav. Tell me. Are you here to reserve your speech slot as well? What are you going to do?
No, I don't want to reserve my slot. Actually, I like you a lot.
Ah, nice. That was great practice. All the best.
I thought Gaurav is improving. He started speaking to Namita anyway, but he couldn't be the better speaker. However, his speech, his proposal did not qualify. Let me check with Namita what she thinks about Gaurav. Hi, Namita.
Oh, hi Guna. Just the person I wanted to talk to. Listen, you're a senior member in this club, right? I wanted to ask you if this love shove kind of things are allowed in Toastmasters.
Topics related to sex, politics, and religion is not allowed, but love is allowed. Although love has all these elements in it. Anyways, why are you asking?
I felt one club member approach me for Zoom credentials. Yeah, let's call it Zoom credentials, okay? But how can I tell someone I don't trust?
Oh, do you trust a Zomato delivery guy?
Zomato? No.
But he still has your number and you eat the food delivered by him.
Eh? Are you saying love is equivalent to food?
No, but definitely a food for thought. Hey Gaurav, good news.
Yo, so quickly, so soon. You got married only last month, right?
Shh, listen. I think Namita also likes you. 6 months have passed, man. At least go now and propose her.
Is it? Does she really like me? Okay, I will propose her right away. By the way, she is like this beauty of District 121. And today she is looking 121% more beautiful than the first day I saw her. Namita? Namita?
Yeah, Gaurav.
Enough. What is this? Enough. I've been the general evaluator of your love story. Both of you role takers are exceeding the time allocated. Namita Gaurav. Namita Gaurav. What is it? Now finish it fast.
Namita?
Yeah, Gaurav.
Namita, I love you.
What?
I mean, how is this theme relevant for the next meeting?
Huh? No need to lie. I know what you mean. I somewhat love you too.
Somewhat. Grammarian will remark you for a better usage of vocabulary.
Yay! Let's renew our membership and relationship together.
I can't. I'm transferring to the membership to Travancore Toastmasters Club. But don't worry. Even though I travel to Travancore, you will still remain the core of my heart.
Ayo, long distance once again. No, Namita. I saw a path breaker in you, but you are a heartbreaker. No.
Bye bye, Gaurav. Till we meet again.
And Gaurav's love story remained incomplete. Love, it's complicated because there is no formula. You cannot control it and you cannot choose whom you would be falling in love with. And yet,
Despite all the ironies and complaints we have about love, people still long for it, yearn for it. It's the core of our existence. It's also funny because love is an endless mystery, for it has nothing else to explain. This funny little thing called love, it is all what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, before we part, I would request you to wait.
One minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timers. Team number 7, please repeat the statement to check your audio. I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I am delighted to be part of this contest.
Thank you. Team number 7, Wipro Kochi Toastmasters Club. Perseverance is the game. Perseverance is the game. Wipro Kochi Toastmasters Club.
Hey Anirudh, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Hi, Lata. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. All well?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I had called you to tell you that I won't be able to continue in Toastmasters.
Oh no, why is that, Anirudh? You are one of the energetic member of this club.
I feel like, the lockdown, the work pressure, the work schedules, even the kind of shifts, morning, afternoon, night. I feel frustrated. I feel demotivated. I don't feel something. I don't have anybody to look up to. So,
oh no, come on. Anirudh, let me try cheer you up. Just close your eyes and take a deep breath. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath. Imagine it's a Sunday early morning. You hear the birds chirping, the jingling sounds of the wind, and the rays of the sun coming through the window, kissing your face, and you slowly open your eyes, and it's time to wake up. You move your hands and fingers. You find some kind of a pain and not able to stretch your fingers. You try to lift your legs and you find immobile and acute pain in the joints and the muscles. How do you feel, Anirudh? Is it scary?
it's scary. It feels like a disease, Lata. Stop scaring me.
Yes, this is exactly how one of our fellow Toastmasters, Sunita, felt one day when she woke up, and because she was diagnosed with a certain medical condition. I think you must hear the story of how motivating it was, or inspiring for all of us. Maybe I should get her on this call, Anirudh. Is it okay? I can ask her to join us just to explain this to us.
Sure.
Hey, hi, Sunita. How are you?
Hi, Lata. I am
Hearty
fine.
congratulations on your wedding, Sunita. All well? I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Lata. Yeah, I am fine.
Okay. Sunita, actually, I have Anirudh. He says he wants to quit the Toastmasters. So I
What?
was just telling him, yes. So I was just telling him about your story and how determined you were in spite of all your difficulties. Is it okay for you to join us on a video call, Sunita?
Video, I am not my regular self. If that is
That's
okay.
okay. That should be fine. It's fine. If you're fine, I would just add you onto the call.
Sure. I'll turn on my video.
Oh, Sunita, what happened? You look terribly sick. All well?
Unfortunately, I am currently COVID positive.
Oh,
It's
no.
been 10 days. My parents, my kid, and myself, all four of us. So
Oh, that's
sitting in
really sad.
isolation.
Oh. So maybe you should hang up, Sunita. I think
Oh,
we
no,
can connect
Lata,
later.
no, please, no. I am so fed up of this isolation. Your call is just savior for me. Please talk to me.
So sweet, so nice. Sunita, as I said, Anirudh says he wants to quit the Toastmasters. So I want him to be, we should definitely cheer him up and make him take back his decision. So I was just telling him about your medical condition and how you got over that, Sunita.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I would definitely would like to, this is why I love Toastmasters. It's in several platforms. I have shared the story already one more time. Anirudh, why you want to leave Toastmasters, man? You feel stressed out? Don't worry about it. One fine morning when I woke up, my entire body was against me. I was unable to get up. And this is not a very extraordinary story, but what made me take certain decisions, some instances, it helped me take extraordinary decisions. And my parents were so worried about me. My kid was so worried about me. It took them a lot of efforts and pain to take me from the bed and take to the hospital. And the doctor ran a lot of tests and diagnosed me with a medical condition called rheumatoid arthritis, which is nothing but your body loses the flexibility. I still remember doctor's words. Doctor said, "You will not die. Don't worry, Sunita. This disease will not kill you, but it will make you bedridden." And I was so scared. He told me, only thing you have to focus on is losing your weight. I weighed 96 kgs then. And it was a nightmare. I didn't knew what to do because I was scared. It was not an easy journey. My daughter came to my rescue. She seemed to be uh, very focused and determined. And she said, "Mama, don't worry. We will do it together." So together we started taking baby steps. I still remember the mantra she told me. "It's one day at a time, Mama. Just remember, next 24 hours, you stick to your routine." And within no time, 18 months passed away. And you know what? I lost a whooping 22 kgs. And this is how I am today. Though I look sick today, but trust me, when I had this 22 kgs lost, I was a new me, full of life, with more energy. And my daughter called me a beautiful mom. That was not the end of the journey. She came to me stating that, "Mama, why you want to be a single parent? You are so beautiful. You have a long life. You get married." And you won't believe, she found me a companion. It's not even a month. 25th of August, I got remarried. I am happy. However, so my daughter was the best thing that happened to me. And secondly was Toastmasters. You know why? That's the platform where I got inspired and I started inspiring others. So many platforms, I shared the story of mine. And not only that, with the marriage chaos, I ended up with my family getting COVID positive and today sitting in isolation since 3rd of September. And the initial 2 days, I was eating, sleeping, bored. Then I thought, I struggle to talk. However, I can still go ahead and listen to other speakers. Every Toastmaster is full of stories. There was no looking back. I just barged into whatever bridge I was getting and listening to all the stories. That made my day. So when people call me survivor, I agree to disagree. because I am not just a survivor. I am a warrior who refused to give up on self-love. So, dear brother, stick on. Toastmasters have a lot to offer you.
Wow, Sunita, you got us all goosebumps. Anirudh, did you feel that way?
Yeah. Now I need to find a better excuse, I guess, Lata.
Excuse for what?
Excuse to come to the Toastmasters once again.
Oh, wow, that's the spirit, my boy. Welcome back to the Toastmasters. And Sunita, you too. Let's get back to our weekly meeting soon. Get well soon. Back to you, contest chair.
1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Team number 8, please repeat the sentence for checking your audio. I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
Delighted to be part of this contest.
Thank you, team. Team number 8, Toastmasters Club of Thrissur. The clue. The clue. Toastmasters Club of Thrissur.
I wish all Toastmasters and guests a delightful evening. My name is Vishnu, but I am not that much delighted because I want to discuss a story of my close friend Kituni. He was charming, he was handsome guy, and he was bubbly. And we used to go for vlogging, we used to go for swimming, we used to go for jogging. We were two close friends. And we had a particular competition between us. Whoever who smokes more cigarettes in a day would be the winner. And I would be always the winner. But there were no winner or loser in between us because we had a thick bond between us. And where I met Kituni, do you know where? It is in Kundangulam Toastmasters, where he was close to his DTM ship achievement, where unfortunately we lost him in an heart attack while he was attending his Zoom meeting in his office cabin. And when I last heard a word from Kituni was when he won the first prize in Kamadhenu lottery list, and the last word was in the May. And I was happy that his song always releases my brain. I would like to share one song. அழகானி ஓடி வரும் கருபோலே ஓடி வரும் கண்ணாடி போலே வரும் Vishnu Kutta. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional when I'm talking about the story of Kituni. And I am suspicious about the investigation of Kituni's death because the police officers in the back of that investigation, they are taking dummies of the Kituni and throwing it from the terrace. Consider the fact that Kituni died due to the heart attack, and why there is a role for dummy that is thrown from the terrace and there is nothing. And when I asked the police officers, they told me that it is just to confirm whether it is a murder or suicide. What heart attack and suicide murder. I cannot believe what is the relation between it. But I think there is a suspicious investigation, and whenever I see a movie related to dummy, I would I would I would think of Kituni. I'm sorry, I cannot speak due to emotions.
Hi, this is Dr. Kiran, forensic surgeon. I know this person, Kituni, personally. Suddenly, one day, he's there in my postmortem desk. I was shocked. It take time to get back my consciousness. And I was thinking what exactly happened to him. I read the reports that police has produced. It was a clear case of heart attack in the first look. But I know him very personally. He was my client for a couple of years back. And in the last checkup that he had done with his cardiovascular routine checkups, that shows that he's perfectly fine with his heart. And what happened suddenly to him? So I thought of go for a very in-depth check, and I did the postmortem. It is too tough to do something like that to your relatives and your friends, someone very close. But I did it, and I made sure that I'm not missing anything. And I could find that there are 80 mg of nicotine content in his body. How come that possible? And I checked for the tar content in his body. That was only 40 mg. If a person who's having a content of 80 mg of nicotine content, that should be, the tar content should be 8 times of that nicotine content. That means almost around 640 mg. I was just curiously checking what's happened in between. Is there any external injections has happened to poison his death? But nothing I could find in his body marks or in internal organs. So I do find the suspicious things around his death. So I thought of share this with one of my CBI friend, Mr. Ram.
Hi, I'm Inspector Ram, and this is one of the most perplexing cases that I've ever attended. Because of two reasons. Number one, the witness testimony is not matching with the findings. Because as per witness testimony, including Kituni's friend, his colleagues, and the grocery person downstairs, he was not a chain smoker. At the max, he smoked about 5 to 6 cigarettes in a day. And each cigarette can send around 1 mg of nicotine to your bloodstream. And in his bloodstream, there was around 80 mg of nicotine, which is something that has to be seriously considered. And the second thing is that when a person is smoking cigarettes, there is also this chemical called tar, which gets inside his body. And the content of tar normally is 8 times higher than nicotine. But here, there is 80 mg of nicotine and 40 mg of tar. So which means, effectively, this has been administered from outside. And which makes this a murder, a cold-blooded murder. And that's a time when I recall about one of my seminars that I attended in Scotland Yard while I was having training for the police department. And I remember the case of Paul Curry in California. In 2010, he murdered his wife with liquid nicotine, concentrated liquid nicotine. Do you know what he did? He took the liquid nicotine and he smeared it on all her properties, which she was using every day. That is her vanity bag, her purse, mobile, and all the personal properties, so that she was slowly coming in touch with nicotine. And that was slowly poisoning her and she died. And immediately this thought sparked me. Why not? Because Kituni died in his office while he was attending a Zoom meeting. And I immediately ran a check on all of the properties on his desk. And there it is. His keyboard, his mouse, and all other properties in the desk are having nicotine content, concentrated nicotine. So somebody in the office poisoned him. Now it was turn for the cyber cell. I immediately called the cyber cell and asked them, can you do a search on people who have searched for liquid nicotine and identify their router ID? And my good friend at the cyber cell really helped me out. So he looked at the people who searched for nicotine through internet, through Google. And he found out that there is this one particular person who has searched about concentrated liquid nicotine. And that person was the secretary of Kituni. So we have a suspect here. And the reason why I'm in the Zoom meeting today is because she is inside this meeting and she's somewhere. But let me tell you, suspect Miss Jolly, wherever you are, I'll find you, I'll hunt you down, and I'll put you behind bars. This is Inspector Ram signing off. Over to the contest show. Thank you.
Let's have 1 minute of silence for the ballots to be done. As an audio check, can you please repeat the statement? I'm delighted to be part of this contest. All the three of you.
I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
I'm delighted to be a part of this contest.
Anushka, you're on mute.
Yeah, I couldn't unmute. I'm delighted to be part of this contest.
Thank you, participants. Team number 9, Roshni Toastmasters Club. Don't just dream, make it happen. Don't just dream, make it happen. Roshni Toastmasters Club.
A very good evening to our judges, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Don't dream of winning. Train for it. This is a famous quote by Mo Farah. How many of us here dare to dream? And even if we do, how many of us cling to it? Are dreams just dreams? Can they become reality? Are we dreamers? Let me tell you a small story and give you a snippet into a fellow dreamer. In the remote village of Kandulimari, Guwahati, Assam, a little girl dared to dream. And not only did she dream, but she went on to be called the Ding Express of India. Being the youngest of 5 children born to rice farmer parents, her family's financial status and the rural background did not give her a favorable platform to start a career in athletics. But this girl was too focused, motivated that no boundaries can stop her. And she proved it. And how? To begin with, our little girl started her journey as a professional footballer in her team in her school days. Little as she was interested in sports, enthusiastic, she began her journey playing football. However, breakthrough comes, and her breakthrough and inspiration came when her educational physical mentor noticed the girl, the talent, and had something great in his mind for her because he witnessed her potential and unleashed her potential to go higher. This is how her journey began. She started her journey training and her journey towards her destination to make her reality come, her dreams turn into reality. And thus began the world of athletics for our little girl. And she told the world and she showed us, run when you can, walk if you have to, crawl if you must, but never, never give up.
Yes, life was more than just a challenging hardship for Hima Das, who created history by winning the gold medal in the women's 400-meter event at the IAAF Women's Under-20 Championship in Finland. She is also credited to be the first Indian woman to do so. Her victories were very consistent at several district level races. This made her extremely focused and determined to achieve more. There was, however, one deal breaker. That was she had to leave her village of Guwahati to a different state to get more professional training. Her coach was extremely motivational towards her. So with a heavy heart and a sorrowful mind, she convinced her parents and left to do something more. Her coach, Mr. Nipo Das, took her under his wing as her own daughter. And at the crack of dawn, meticulous, hard, bone-crushing training occurred. And finally, the lucky day came, the day which she has prepared for her whole life. She found herself to be in Finland, with the whole world watching. Blue jersey is what she was wearing, with the number 1731 Das written. She steps onto the track, 7 international competitors by her side. The whistle blows, and what is this? Such a slow start. She's lagging behind, but she picks up gradually, gaining on her opponents. She wins. She goes across and she finishes the finish line. She grabs an Indian national flag with tears down her face, and she says, I have definitely achieved victory.
This little girl used to practice running barefoot in the fields as her father could not afford to buy her a pair of running shoes, leave alone a pair of spikes that most athletes would have with them. When her father did buy her an ordinary pair of running shoes, all that she could say was, "Thank you, father." And she went ahead and did what she always wanted to do. She wrote Adidas on the shoes by hand. Her dream was someday to own a pair of Adidas shoes and bring glory to her parents and to her village. A dream that many young girls dream. But how many of them would choose to pursue their dream and bring it to reality? It was easy for Hima Das to give up on her dreams because there were such adverse situations in her life. She could have opted to work in the rice fields like her mother. She could have gone and sold the rice in her market like her sisters. But Hima was made of sterner stuff than that. She worked hard, and her strong will to succeed kept her going. The same girl who couldn't afford a good pair of spikes and used to practice barefoot in the fields in Assam was now signed by the German global shoe brand Adidas as their brand ambassador. Does it get better than that? And today she owns a pair of personalized Adidas shoes with her name, Hima Das, emblazoned on one side and create history on the other. Inspiring, isn't it? She faced pressure from society. She faced pressure from her family, from her relatives and her so-called friends. But Toastmasters, she never gave up on her dreams. She had an insane desire to succeed against all odds, a fire in her belly which fueled her ahead, the spirit of perseverance in her heart which ignited the passion in what seemed to be impossible for the rest of the world. If she could do it, so can you. And so can I. I urge you all to think of your aspirations, your goals, your ambitions, and the passions that you have had in your life but have never managed to pursue them because of fear. Fear of failure, ridicule, contempt, or scorn. Remember, Toastmasters, you can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to leave sight of the shore. And if you want something you've never had, you need to do something that you've never done before. So resolve to dream the impossible and pour your blood, your sweat, and tears into achieving that dream. A dream does not become a reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Toastmasters, I would like to leave you with a thought. Dream your dream. Dare to dream. Spread your wings and fly. Dare to fly. Close your eyes and dream what you have always wanted to dream, but make it a reality by going for it and not just dreaming about your dream. Dare to make your dream a reality. Thank you from Roshni Toastmasters Club.
This time we'll have 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark the ballot and tally them. Okay, while that is getting counted and we get to the winners, how has this been? 9 teams, 9 stories, 27 participants, 90 minutes. Fabulous, right? I didn't even realize the 90 minutes just going by. I think all of them deserves a big round of applause. Let's all just applaud them completely. Fantastic performance from everybody. Sanjay, can we give the participation certificate? I can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Can we have all of the participants on video? Request everybody to be on video. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. I hope you can see him. Okay, we'll start from the same order, the same club. I'll need some help to actually remember this. Okay, Kerala Toastmasters. The first participant, the three participants, Linda Jolly, Alicia Jose, and Gautam C. Menon. Can we have them spotlighted?
I have spotlighted them, but because of the screen sharing, they are not visible on the same screen.
Okay, I think then we'll have to live with this screen share only. I hope everybody it's visible for everybody. I think these were the participants for the first club, which is Kerala Toastmasters, Linda Jolly, Alicia Jose, and Gautam C. Menon. Let's give them a big round of applause for the three participants. The second club, Republic of Toastmasters. Anish Jain, Lavanya VK, and Afrin Khanam. Can we give them one round of applause? Am I making a mistake in the names? Probably not, right? The third club, TCS Maitri. Gauri Nair, Rajiv S, and Vishal Gupta. One round of applause for them. HE Toastmasters. Ranjita Prashant, Mithali Ray, and Vikas V. Kochi Toastmasters Club. Tiju Kuncharia, Suman Joseph, Smita Venugopal. Infosys Toastmasters Club. Gaurav Nigam, Namita Parthasarathi, Gunashila V. Wipro Toastmasters Club. Anirudh C, Lata Manoj, and Sunita S. Toastmasters Club of Thrissur. Kiran Joy, Vishnu P. Menon, Prasoon Terambat. And the last club, Roshni Toastmasters Club. Shalini Prabhu, Jason Pinto, Anushka Castellino. Let's give them a big round of applause. I hope I was sharing my screen.
Yes, you were. We were able to see.
Yeah, great.
If you want, I can spotlight all the participants along with you, and we can take a screen.
Yes. We need that.
Give me a moment.
By the way, Travancore is looking forward to the new member joining us. Okay, shifting from Infosys. I'm looking forward to that. I'm the VP membership of this club, so I was really happy to hear that. Sanjay, I'm also doing from the bottom, okay? I'm also adding the spotlight. Sanjay, I don't know if we can have so many spotlights.
Yeah, it will come in two screens. So let me take the screenshot of what is available.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Hari, I think you raised your hand. Was there anything that you wanted to bring up? You can unmute yourself now.
Bhaji, I was telling that if all other people switch off the video, you can get all the participants on a single screen.
Okay, okay.
Well, I just put it in a chat also.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Okay, that's okay. I think we'll wait for the announcement of the results. By the way, anybody wanted to share anything about this contest or anything they wanted to?
It will take some more time.
Yeah, I guess that. Okay.
Okay.
So anybody, any club, anybody who wanted to share something, feedback or good things, or Roshni, Jason from Roshni Club has actually. Go ahead. You should be able to unmute yourself now.
Hi, y'all can hear me, no?
Yes.
So this is actually the first time I'm participating in a storytelling competition. I usually enjoy taking parts in a, verbal argument like debates or elocution, but storytelling is something that it was a very first time for me. So I was very curious and I was thoroughly entertained actually after listening to, so many diverse stories organized in such a nice manner. I don't have any suggestions. I think that it was organized beautifully. All started on time and the timing was maintained. Everyone spoke very consistently and I really had a good time. Looking forward to a lot more competitions of the similar manner. Hopefully debates also one day.
Yeah, you can expect more like this.
Thank you very much.
Yep. I think Shalini also wanted to say something.
Yes, I would just like to thank Travancore Toastmasters Club for arranging this contest for all of us. It's really nice to spend your Sunday afternoon this way. Otherwise, I would have just been lazily sleeping with my cats. So thank you. They have the bed to themselves now because I'm busy with this contest. Really happy to be here. Really happy to take part. There were some stories which were really interesting and very funny. I wish we had thought of that earlier. We would have also had a funny story. But thank you so much. Very entertaining and really well managed, well structured, well organized. Thank you, Travancore Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, Shalini, for that. And Shalini, we meet on Sundays every day, every Sunday. I mean, you can join in anytime you want. Okay, so most welcome, and we look forward to having you. You don't have to sleep anymore on Sundays. Gautam, you wanted to say something.
Yes. Thank you. I would like to thank Travancore Toastmasters first because for conducting such an event, and I feel it gave us a chance to actually think creatively and come up with a story in the first place. And secondly, the most important part is the collaboration with the team. That is something which is not, it does not happen in every contest, right? We prepare individually and then we present. But here it was like we got a chance to work as a team, and that platform was given to us by the Travancore Toastmasters. Thank you so much for that. So when we collaborate, we understand that, you know, as a team, we are much bigger. So thank you so much. And just wanted to convey that teamwork really matters. And seeing all these clubs performing with their own stories was an absolute delight, I must say. Thank you.
Thank you, Gautam, for the wonderful words. I think it's not just that story, you know, the teams who actually had to go through this collaboration. Even we had to do this, you know, among our team. How do we get this thing right? There was a lot of background kind of, you know, talk going on, discussions going on, you know, and I'm happy to see that, you know, went on very, very smooth. So really nice to hear the nice words from you.
Thank you.
I think anybody else wanted to share something?
Yes.
I think.
Good evening to all.
Yeah.
This is Mitali from AHE Toastmasters. I'm the member of ACC Toastmaster also. This is the first time I participated for this storytelling contest. It was really wonderful, well organized. Each time we were seeing that WhatsApp, and it was actually a teamwork, what we did. And only day before yesterday, our story was ready. And then only yesterday we practiced, and we never thought that we can present it so well, because we created our own story. And since it is pandemic crisis is going on, so we just emphasized on food and how it was cooked in traditional way. And we just and food is the main thing for any festival, any event. It is food. Without food, without eating, there is no meeting. So we used to say like this, but now online meeting we are attending, so there is no chance, opportunity to organize food. So we thought of bringing this item as a food story, and Feast in the East. So that was our title of the story. And really it was a wonderful teamwork. And in the morning, since it is Sunday, we got time to practice. And Vikas sir, who is in Mumbai, from there, after returning from his office, today also he had office, he participated. And Ranjita and me, we are here in Cochin. So we just coordinated. Only day before yesterday started, and it was very much well organized competition. And I am really happy to be a part of, we are really happy to be a part of your event. We're expecting many more events like this. So thank you so much, and big hearty congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Mitali. I think it's a great, what do you say, acknowledgement of all the work that you have done. And I think it goes to the participants also, your team also, the work that you have done. Thank you very much. I think we have more people. Prasoon from Thrissur Toastmasters Club.
First of all, I would like to thank Travancore Club for organizing something very creative, because it really pushed our boundaries of thinking. And it really made us work in a team, because that rarely happens at the Toastmasters meeting. And we really realized how difficult it is to work in a team and to bring out with something like that. And it's really, really nice to see a lot of other participants also who are here have done an amazing job. And it's a great learning experience, something that I've cherished for a long time. And I'd like to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart, from me, myself, from the Toastmasters and my team members. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasoon. I think Rajiv also raised his hand. Rajiv.
Hi, thank you very much. I am so much delighted, as we had the test voice mentioned. It is really delighted to be here, not just as part of contest. I should say from the beginning, this was an effective planned contest. So I should say from starting the group and going through the ground rules, setting it up in a cordial way. I don't say many contests, we will say it's a contest, you have to be like this, so something like that. But this was so cordial and so inviting. And I know the vibe of Travancore Toastmasters Club, and I see that even now after many years. So I hope this Travancore Club flourishes more and give us more opportunities, so that we as a group can come and meet all the Toastmasters and let the Toastmasters community grow larger with these kind of wonderful events coordinated. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajiv. Do you know why this is so well organized? We have a brain behind the entire thing. The wing commander, and he's part of saving our lives, and he's running the whole thing, and that's the reason why this is going so smooth. That's the real reason behind this. Thank you very much, Rajiv, for that acknowledgement. Anybody else wanted to say? Please feel free to actually unmute yourself. Talk.
This is Lata here from Wipro Kochi Toastmasters. I just want to echo the words of each one of us. And this is the first time I'm participating in a contest outside of my club and maybe getting out of my comfort zone. And doing it with a team was even easier. And true to the spirit of Toastmasters, it was not like we planned for it. This was put in our group and we just volunteered and we got these 3 members. And Sunita, as she just mentioned, I mean, really hats off to her. She's truly COVID positive and she's there in this meeting and she did the speech and voluntarily came out. So I think it's really a team spirit and thanks to the Toastmaster platform and special thanks to the Travancore Club for organizing. We are really humbled and it's a great learning for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to echo something before we go to the announcement of the winners. Okay, I've been behind the scene trying to coordinate a lot of things with Sanjay. The way I got the responses from all of the participants and the club has been amazing. We have sent them notes, we've sent them information, they have responded well. And one of the reasons why we could conduct it so well is because you have responded, you have given us the right thing, you have asked questions, you have asked for clarification, you have joined meetings when you're requested to. I think without that, probably this is not going to take up. We can actually do a lot of things, we can actually talk a lot of things, we can put a lot of rules, but ultimately, it is the teams, it is the participants, those people are the ones who are actually engaging with us and actually taking this forward. I think that is the best thing of this particular context. It doesn't matter whether you are a winner or not. I think that spirit of cooperation, that spirit of collaboration, I think we need to give a big round of applause for us. It's for us and for everybody. Okay. Thank you very much for that. This is from Travancore Toastmasters because we have been running this. We wanted to do this well. I'm pretty sure the area director probably also will echo the same thing. I will now hand over this to the Chief Judge DTM Nainan to announce the winners.
Thank you, Contest Master. You can check the your WhatsApp message for the results. Make the certificates ready.
Yes,
okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it was a tough competition as far as we are concerned. But who is the winner? We had 27 participants. Only 9 of them will get or maybe 3 clubs and 9 of them will be getting a winner's certificate. But are they the real winners? I don't think. All of you 27 were a step ahead today, a notch higher than yesterday after this participating. I know that so many clubs may be working for so many of you may be working for the last 1 week for the story. That was very, very evident, the way in which you coordinated it. Everything was fine. So I would like to appreciate, because there was no dropout also. Sometimes even one team, they joined on the last minute. I was suspecting that they may not come, but all the 9 teams came and had a wonderful show. So there is no question of any losers in this game. Everybody is loser. Everybody is a gainer. Everybody is a winner. So I appreciate all of you, all the club officers for sending you. And I would like to thank my fellow members in the Travancore Toastmasters Club for entrusting me with this duty. And with this, let me move on to the results. Are the certificates ready, Toastmaster Baiju?
Yes.
Okay. So I will be announcing from the 3rd position onwards. First of all, there is no time disqualification because we opted for muting of the participants after the time. So there is no time disqualification in this contest. And the 3rd place winner is Republic of Toastmasters. That is the 2nd runner-up.
You need to give me a little bit of time to actually open the next one. Okay. Did I share the screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. Give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
Chief Judge, would you like to have a?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. The first runner-up is the team who narrated the story of Hima Das, the Roshni Toastmasters Club. Yeah, congratulations, Toastmaster Shalini Prabhu and Anushka and Jason. I will just give the clearance once it is ready, Toastmaster Baiju.
Yes, I am ready.
And the winner for today, who is a person who are afraid of demon, the Kochi Toastmasters Club. So congratulations to all the club, Tiju, Toastmaster Sumam, and Toastmaster Smita Venugopal. So congratulations to all the winners. Back to the contest master or contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nayanan, for doing the duty of the chief judge. Let's give one more round of applause for the winners as well as the participants, and then we can go on to the vote of thanks. Please give one more round.
Raju, can I request you one thing?
Yeah.
I will spotlight the winning club along with the contest master and the chief judge. I want to take a screenshot of that.
Okay.
You have to do one by one, I think, because you cannot have more than 8.
Contest master, judge. And the first position goes to
Kochi Toastmasters.
Smita has to start her video.
Mr. Sanjay, I have a suggestion. If you're using a laptop, you can actually click and move each person's video wherever you want it to go.
Toastmaster Smita, can you come in video?
Give me a moment. I will take a screenshot.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you. You can proceed.
Yeah, second is Roshni.
Yeah.
Is Anushka there?
Anushka, we are not able to spotlight.
Just a moment, I'll just call her.
Left.
She's not there.
Anushka, please come on. She's joining. Just a moment. She's there.
Sanjay, you have done the.
One more. Done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can proceed with the vote of
Republic of Toastmasters.
Republic also. Okay. I don't see Republic of Toastmasters anymore. Sorry, I think they have left the group.
Yeah, I think they are left.
They are left. Okay. I think let's move forward. Now let me invite our VP Education, Toastmaster Philly, to give the vote of thanks.
Honorable President, Toastmaster Shashindra, Contest Chair, Toastmaster Sanjay Rajagopal, Contest Master Baiju, Chief Judge DTM Nainan, and other judges, Divisional Head Director Andrew Dominic, Area Director Krishan Nambudiri, and other Toastmasters of this meeting. It is indeed my privilege and pleasure as VP Education of the host club to pay gratitude to all of you for making the contest a big success. Team performance is a very difficult task than a solo performance. When Toastmaster Dev Balaji put a suggestion to conduct a storytelling contest, we accepted readily, but our thought was whether it is to be a single performance or a team performance. When we discussed about it, all members unanimously agreed for a team event. Today it is proved here that our choice was 100% correct. I appreciate the efforts taken by all teams for performing excellently well and making the event a big success. On behalf of Travancore Toastmasters Club and all present here, I extend our gratitude to all participants who worked for it and made this event a grand success. Next, I would extend my gratitude to the Chief Judge DTM Nainan and other judges of this contest who carried out their job in an exceptionally good manner. Also, I extend my gratitude to the divisional and area leaders who present here. Please give a good round of applause to the organizing team. Consists of our contest chair, Sanjay Rajagopal, contest master Baiju Gopinath, Toastmaster Anu, Toastmaster Bharat, Toastmaster Aditya, Toastmaster Gayatri, and our president, Toastmaster B. Shashindran. Finally, I extend our sincere thanks to all those who attended this contest and made this event a grand success. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Philly. Now let me hand over control to our president to actually close this meeting. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Baiju. You must have enjoyed your day in the sun today, afternoon in the sun, and we too enjoyed. Thank you for that great evening. Thank you for all the support from all the participants. With that, I adjourn the meeting. Good night and bye.
You're saying good night now itself. Huh?